This is the question that everybody wants to know. Where are interest rates going?
My best advice to everybody is don't wait. Buy now. Demand is low. Inventory is low as well. They have to come down sometime in the next year and a half. But I would buy now because when the pent-up demand comes out, because rates have fallen, they're just going to drive prices straight up.
I'm here at the Mastermind with Robert Coomer, a good friend of mine, mortgage lender, closed over 100,000 loans. Also, my business partner in this building right here, 1044 Main, which we own on the corner of 10th and Main. Pretty cool building. It'll be a lot cooler once it cash flows. But man, appreciate you coming, speaking at our second Mastermind ever. You're growing your social media influence. You're just over delivering for everybody. I want to kind of introduce Robert so that you guys know who he is to me. So first of all, Robert is my preferred lender. Like if ever there was a lender that I was going to trust more than anybody, it's this guy right here sitting next to me. He's closed over 100,000 loans. As a realtor who sold 3,000 plus properties in Las Vegas, he's a big part of a lot of those loans. And a lot of them, he got his way in the door by saying, hey, if you give me a chance on something that falls out, and every one of those deals he always closed. So he's a closer. On top of that, he's got high ethics, high morals, and probably almost as good of a work ethic as me. No, I'm just kidding.
Can we replay this for my wife tonight? Well, good morning.
We could do that. We'll definitely play this one for your wife. Yeah, good morning. So what's up, man?
Just been working hard and, spending a lot of time on family. Kids are getting bigger and two out of the house right now. One's just gonna be a senior in high school, so.
Well, we're getting older.
I know.
We're wearing glasses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The eyes are going, but we still love what we do.
Absolutely.
I think it's funny to see your transformation a little bit from you're going hardcore real estate now. Like you've realized that is the way to go, but your income comes from mortgages and stuff like that. So tell me a little bit about your operation and why people might want to work with RCG Home Loans.
So RCG, I as you know, I was a top producer in the country until 2018.
Yeah.
I ran branches, but my primary focus was my book of business. So when I made the decision to get out of, doing the day-to-day loans, I really focused on reverse engineering a mortgage. So
right.
These loans are almost pre-underwritten before they see an underwriter, and focusing on the experience and the culture. So I'd say that's kind of what sets us apart. We're not there to just take a chunk of everybody's check. We're actually there to add value. So I'm glad you mentioned, I always came in and said, give me a fallout, just give me a chance, because we've always come from a place of, let's add value before we ask for anything and let them offer it to us. So I've never been the loan officer, with my hand up.
Yeah, and that's so key. And then, people are so one-sided when it comes to that. But if you're a real estate investor, or if you're trying to buy properties, or if you're trying to sell properties, like as an agent, the number one thing that screws up your deal is not having a pre-qualified buyer at the end of that transaction, or having a mortgage lender that doesn't know they have a pre-qualified buyer or can even get them through. And not all people, not all real estate investors, not all mortgage lenders are created equal.
No. It depends on who you're dealing with. A lot of them will just hand you an approval letter because they need a paycheck, and they don't do any due diligence. We're big on that, and if for some reason the client hasn't provided us paperwork, we'll be honest with you and just say, look, Troy, their credit looks good and their verbal application looks good, but I've got nothing to document this. And oftentimes you might still take them out shopping, but
Yeah. For people who are real estate investors, you had a lot of good questions yesterday, but why should they work with RCG Home Loans?
Number one, we're licensed in 49 states across the country, so no matter where you invest, we can lend there. Yeah, so we've got hundreds of products that can fulfill you, whether you're a full doc loan, bank statement loan, if you're looking to fix and flip, or just some hard money to flip a property. So we really do take an approach of what are you looking to do and how can we accommodate it.
Aren't you guys in the hard money space now too?
We are. Mm-hmm.
Okay, because we didn't even talk. No, you didn't even share that with anybody yesterday, I don't think, right?
No, not really. I mentioned fix and flip, which is a form of hard money. But,
yeah, but you've strategically aligned yourself with some of the largest hard money lenders in the country, right?
Correct. Yeah.
So you have the ability to lend hard money in all 49 states?
Yep.
And what is hard money?
Hard money is when you don't qualify for traditional financing, or the property might not be in the condition to lend. Typically, it's a short-term loan, and a lot of the time you're using it to flip properties.
Right, most of the time, right?
Most of the time, it's very high interest rate, but
Yeah, what's a very high interest rate?
10, 11.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it can get to 13. It just really depends on the property.
Yeah, and the people who are getting those types of loans, they're looking to flip properties and they're looking to buy rentals. But why should they choose you versus the other hard money lender?
We're quick. We keep an active file on you at all times, so you can call us this month, you can call us 3 months from now, and we just try and make it quick and easy.
Okay, number one question that I get from real estate investors is like, okay, it's my first deal. Can I get a hard money loan?
They can. I mean, hard money really wants a resume, so
Right.
you're probably compromising down payment for your first transaction until you have 2 or 3 on your resume.
So 2 or 3 and I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good because most people want 5.
Yeah. No, we're 2 or 3. As long as you have a resume of more than 1, we're good.
And you'll do 1, but you just want a bigger down payment to
do that. Yeah.
to collateralize your guys' risk.
Yep.
Because there's a lot that can go wrong on that first one, right?
Yeah, there is. And I mean, we also have other products. So if you want hard money, I can probably do a DSCR loan if you get declined by the hard money.
Everybody throws that term around. A lot of people don't know what it means, but what does it mean?
Essentially, we're lending money against the fair market rents of that property. So we'll look at your credit score and your assets, and it's typically 20-25% down. But then we lend money solely on just the property's fair market rent equate to the monthly mortgage payment of that property.
And DSCR stands for debt service coverage ratio?
Yeah, debt service
Yeah, I
coverage
know.
ratio.
I hear it all the time. I know you said it yesterday. So
I did say it yesterday.
Yeah,
It's early.
so it's the debt service coverage ratio, which basically means that the rents coming in
Cover the debt of the mortgage payment.
right, and that's very, very. And you guys are doing commercial loans now too.
We do. Yep.
So what does that look like?
I mean, it looks like anything from a building to, I mean, we could finance something like this now.
Okay.
Not at the terms that you and I got. But
Yeah, there's certain things where it just doesn't make sense for everything, right?
Right. But I mean, especially in the high-rise apartment building or luxury condo space, multifamily, stuff like that.
Okay, that's awesome. And what do those types of loans look like? Is that 20-30% down?
Yeah, usually between 25 and 35% down.
All right. This is the question that everybody wants to know. Where are interest rates going? You have a crystal ball. We know it. Just tell us about what's going on with the interest rates.
So I have no crystal ball. My best advice to everybody is don't wait. Buy now. The demand is low. Inventory is low as well. Rates are high. They're probably at the same levels that they were last year when we were talking about how high they were. They have to come down sometime in the next year and a half. But I would buy now because when the pent-up demand comes out, because rates have fallen, they're just going to drive prices straight up. So if you want a good deal, buy now. I hear a lot of people say marry the house and date the rate. I mean, it's kind of the same advice.
I've never heard that. Marry the house,
And
date the rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is, you can always refinance down the road.
Yep.
There's now let's go into real estate. Your real estate acquisitions. Let's forget the mortgages for now. So you did a flip recently, not like a long-term flip.
Yeah.
So it was in Idaho. I happened to stay there. Talk about that property.
So was it a mortgage conference? God, I think it was 2015, and it was in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and I just absolutely fell in love with the area. So my wife and I used to travel twice a year, and we'd go visit white sand beaches. And I said, honey, we have to do a lake house trip. And so we rented this property. I fell in love with it and bought it. I paid $2.2 million for it.
Just a little quick vacation home.
Yeah, but I VRBO'd it. It was income generating, so
Right.
it wasn't pure expense to me, but held it for 4 years. And,
You had it that long?
18 to 22. Yeah, I had it for 4 years.
Wow, okay.
4 years, but it tripled in value. So
So what did you end up selling it for?
I ended up selling it for 5.6, so just under triple.
5.6, pretty good gain on your first and you got to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You got the most out of it, and then you picked up $3.4 million on the way out.
Yeah.
So real estate's a good situation for you.
Yeah, the building we're sitting in was part of those proceeds.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so let's talk about the building. So we invested in this building together, and you and I have known each other for a long time. We talked about doing real estate together. We looked at our first deal on Tropicana, if you remember that one. Tropicana in Maryland and Las Vegas. We bid it up. We almost had that dang deal. That would have been a great deal as well. This one's in a different market. We're all the way in here. You see the potential here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you excited about it?
I am excited. I can't wait to. I'm seeing changes across the downtown city, Kansas City, every time I'm up here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're seeing that because
Yeah.
you're coming up about what, every 6-7 months?
Yeah, every time you throw a conference.
Okay, every time I throw a conference. And so you've noticed it just in that short period of time that there's more activity, or what? What are you seeing?
Yeah, more activity, more businesses coming in. Just a better vibe. It was a little more gloomy the first time we were here. A lot
For
more
sure.
vacancies. you
Yeah,
know,
a lot of construction going on right now. A lot of things happening, and and that's one of the things is like everybody, like you talked about with the mortgage rates, is everybody's going to flock to that.
Yeah.
The minute this market hits, everybody's going to come here.
Oh, absolutely. It's
You got to get it before they do.
great prices. They're not. It's one of the few markets where you have all the major sports teams, and it's a big city and still affordable. So watch out. I mean, look, Podunk, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, tripled in value. So I mean, it's a matter of time.
Yeah, and I remember going to Coeur d'Alene when people didn't even know what it was, like because we used to go to Priest Lake and Priest River.
Yep.
And we drove through Coeur d'Alene on the way.
Yep.
And I'm like, there's nothing going on there, and now it's crazy.
Yeah, when we moved there, it was funny because almost anywhere you went, people would say, "Are you here from out of town or whatever?" And every conversation, they'd say, "Shh, don't tell anyone about it."
Really.
Yeah.
So what's next for you, man? Like, where do you see? You said you're pouring a lot with your family right now, and you're spending a lot of time with that. What other hobbies, activities are you doing and enjoying? You're always taking a good vacation.
Yeah. We love to travel. I really want to go all in on real estate and all in on mortgage. So want to take this next 10 years to really set myself up so that I don't have to work forever. I want to work because I want to be there, not because I have to be there, type of thing. So
Yeah. So you're looking to go more into acquisitions. Do you see yourself eventually being like kind of a hard money lender?
potentially, I've thought about it. I was actually talking to Mark about that yesterday.
Yeah, because that's where I see myself going.
Yeah.
Like just eventually loaning out your own capital, and because eventually getting rental properties and stuff, it gets tiring, after a while, and then you could just be the guy loaning the money and getting the money.
Right. Yep.
I think somebody brought it up at dinner yesterday about this guy making all this money just funding, what was it called? Did you remember that conversation?
Yeah, it was he was talking about a family office that I think they started with 2 or 3 million, lending out hard money, and
I still don't know what a family office is. What's a family office?
Family office is, it can be a conglomerate of different family members that combine their net worth to seek investments, and it can be investments of any type. It can be hard money, it can be, a plethora of different things that offer better returns than if you were to just invest in stocks or bonds.
Got it. So, what are some personal goals of yours right now? So you've been on kind of a health kick for how long now?
2.5 years. Yeah.
2.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
What's that journey been like?
It's really been, I feel rewarding. I shake off all the stress. I eat healthy, so my body's feeling better, more energy. I feel great.
Where did that come from? Like, what triggered that? Like, something had to happen.
I just hit 45 years old, and I was like not feeling perfect or bouncing off the walls in the morning anymore. And I'm like, I've got to do something.
And that fixed it?
Yeah. Actually, I mean, it was weird. When I stopped eating carbs is what fixed it. Yeah.
So you don't eat any carbs?
Very little. I mean, last night I had chicken parm with vegetables, so it's breaded, but I won't eat a sandwich with bread or anything.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That, like, zero.
No, and I don't know if it was, you hear those people, I'm gluten-free, I'm this free, I'm that free. I eat the way my body likes to digest. That's all.
And the weight is just
melted off.
melted up. What were you at before?
222.
No, I'm just kidding.
I think I was 222. Right now I'm like 200.
200.
Yeah.
And just by keeping that diet, and you're also doing a lot of exercise, right?
Yeah, I work out with a personal trainer 3 times a week, and I try and get in my home gym 1 to 2 days a week.
Awesome. Yeah. So let's talk about that house that you have there in Vegas. I think it's a kind of cool thing to talk about. If you guys have, I'd love to get I don't want to put the address on here, but we'll have to get a link to it and show it in the podcast because it's quite impressive. It's one of the coolest houses I've been in. It's 13,000 square feet, if I remember correctly.
11,000, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
11,000 square feet on the hole. Which hole?
13th hole in Dragon Ridge Golf Course.
Which is absolutely, in my opinion, the best place to live in Las Vegas.
Yeah, I love it. And, I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, God, we have 5 restaurants inside of Dragon Ridge, and now they're putting a Four Seasons.
You have 5 restaurants there now?
Yeah, we have 5.
I didn't even know there was one.
Yeah.
Is that, well, there was one in the clubhouse.
Yeah, so there's the clubhouse. They have a bar and grill. They have a fine dining restaurant. They have a restaurant in the courtyard, and then they have one at the gym, just quicker foods there.
Are you a member of the golf club?
No.
Oh, okay.
Second golf course I've lived on, and I've only golfed like 3 times in my life.
Oh, man, we're going to have to change that, man.
Yeah.
Do you see that in your future?
I do. I've just never had 5 hours before to just say, you know what, I'm going to blow this day off.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
It's playing 9 is better than playing 18 sometimes because I don't know if golf takes that much time. Well, it does. I was like to say that. Golf definitely takes the time. The time comes into just like the repetition and the skill of trying to get good at it. But it's something that is super fun once it becomes a little bit enjoyable. But it can be very tough. You got your family. You're setting everybody else up for success right now. What are your goals for the next 5-10 years?
So the next 5-10 years, I've got 2 in college right now, 1 going off to college, and so really to, see them through the next chapter of their lives or make sure that they're on the right path. Set myself up from a business standpoint to where I can work more on the business than in the business type of thing and create different streams of income so that Twins got 10 years left. When that's up, I don't know if we'll stay in Vegas. We're not sure.
Okay, that's interesting. So the Twins, they're 8 now?
8 years old, 2nd grade.
Okay, that's crazy. How big are those guys now? Because these guys are monsters.
Yeah.
When I saw them as babies, how big are they now?
Bentley's 118 pounds. He's a
in
monster.
2nd grade.
2nd grade. He's
118 pounds.
Yeah, he'll be a football player for sure. I mean, he's just solid as a rock. And then Brody's he's in the 90s. Yeah, they're like 20 pounds apart.
They're twins, right?
Twins. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So they're tall too.
I know they were. I know they were just portly. They were big kids.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, are you involved? Are you doing anything with the sports or anything like that?
Yeah. So my son is in hockey. My junior in high school.
Okay.
And then twins are in soccer. So we're running around a little bit.
Do you think that they would have been in hockey, or he would have been in hockey, if the Golden Knights didn't come to town?
No. But I mean, he's obsessed with it. He loves hockey. In fact, he took my playoff tickets for tonight because I can't make it, and he's just it's his love.
Where are we at with the playoffs right now? I haven't been paying.
We're undefeated 2-0.
2-0, and what phase of the playoffs are we in?
So we're in the first phase, and we were the last wild card, so we almost didn't make the playoffs. Yeah.
And you were there for the first year when we went to the Stanley Cup.
Yep.
And then we lost.
Then we lost.
And then we won it in 3 years later, or was it 2 years later?
No, we won it last year.
Last year, so that would have been, what, 5 years later?
Yeah, 2017, so 5th year, 17.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But I was there for that game, and I got to hold the Stanley Cup. It's
oh, you did?
Yeah.
How'd you get to hold it?
I'm a suite owner, so they invited us.
Okay, let's talk about that. How much does that suite cost?
It's a lot of money. It's $470,000 a year.
Is that it?
That's it. That's it.
$470,000 a year. How do you justify that expense?
So I have a couple of partners on it,
Okay.
A, and then B, we sell as many games and as many concerts as we can. So
that's for every show in
T-Mobile. Everything. So concerts,
you don't have to pay anything extra.
Nope, nothing.
Does it come with food?
No.
Okay, so
Food separate.
So $480,000 for how many seats?
20 seats.
20 seats. How many total shows are going?
So the Golden Knights have, I don't know the exact number of games.
It's like 40 something, right?
Yeah, 40 something, and then there's 60 guaranteed events at T-Mobile every year. So, for instance, UFC 303, I think it's next month or the month after. We sold it for $60,000. So, I mean, the suite, it's not costing me $470,000 a year. That's the price tag on it. I think this year we've already sold 360 or 380 of seats, so it will get very close to breaking even.
And being able to use the crap out of it.
Yeah, my kids, I have a photo of the first year that we had it, and my twins were, teeny tiny, and now they're these big monsters. And when they were a year old, they were yelling, "Go Knights, go!" So I mean, it's just cool. It's kind of like
it's cool to be able to
Chiefs for you guys.
Yeah, 100%. So how do I go to one of them UFC events?
Just call me.
All right. Did you go to that last one with King Ryan?
No, we sold it.
Oh God, that was a great one.
Was it?
Oh my God, that was amazing. I don't know. Did you see what that guy did?
No, I didn't see it.
All right. So this guy played crazy pre-fight. So all the pre-fight, he's acted like he was going bipolar.
Right.
And got the other guy to buy on it, and he just destroyed the other guy in the ring.
Really?
It was absolutely insane.
Huh. No, I didn't see it. Normally I watch him. I think I was out of town though.
Okay. Cool. Well, man, I just want to let you know that if you're out there and you're trying to get financing on your property, maybe you're buying your first home, or maybe you're trying to buy a rental property, or maybe you're trying to flip a house, or maybe you're trying to buy an apartment building. All I can tell you is this is my preferred lender. This is the guy that I trust. This is the guy that has never let me down, and I would strongly encourage you to give him an opportunity. And if you give him an opportunity, you'll build a relationship, and maybe you'll go to a Knights game.
Maybe go to a Knights game. Yeah, no, thank you so much for that, Troy. And we really do try and add value to anything we do. So if you're a sophisticated investor and need to rebalance your portfolio, pull a bunch of cash out so you can redeploy it, call us up. We're full of strategy, and we really do work side by side with you in order to build that plan. I think that's the thing that sets us apart is we're not transactional. We're more relationship driven.
Yeah, that's why you're here. It's 100% about relationships. I look forward to continuing to build our relationships, to get this building filled up so that it can be cash flowing now and then to do an exit for $20 million, $30 million, whatever that's going to be.
Go do it again in Naples.
That's right. Are you heading down that way with me?
I don't know. I was on Zillow last night.
Oh, you were on Zillow last night?
I was just checking it out. I mean, I'm not.
You should definitely see what we've got. I'll have to send you what we're building down there. And John, my business partner of 15 years, I think you may have met him before, John Schlombusch.
Yeah.
We're building houses right next door to each other.
Oh, wow.
But if you came next door, I already know you would build it.
Taj Mahal.
Yeah, it's like, hey, look at our nice house. Oh, there's Robert's over there. We can see it from the sky. He actually had to get an air rights permit to build that thing up there. Oh, what do you know? He built that Golden Knights suite on top of there too.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Yeah, it is. We just kind of one more thing to kind of talk about. Yeah. So I love Las Vegas. I know you love Las Vegas, but it is getting just like a hotbed almost a little bit. There's like you said yesterday, I didn't even realize it's at 3.5 million. When I moved there, it was 1.8. You moved there at 700,000,
Yep.
and I left there just 3 years ago. It's at 3.5 million.
Yeah, it's like 3.2. Clark County, not just Las Vegas, but yeah, I mean the city is growing.
What else besides Las Vegas is in Clark County?
Well, Henderson, North
Okay.
Las Vegas,
It's all Las Vegas.
yeah, metropolitan.
Yeah. So 3.2 million people and growing. So what do you think they're going to do with Lake Mead?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything on Lake
That thing
Mead.
just
It's
keeps getting lower.
Lower and lower and lower. I mean, why Nevada has no rights to their own water, I have no clue. But
California.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, doesn't it cost more money to pump that stuff to California than it would be to just like treat ocean water or something? I don't know.
Yeah, they're going to redo the treaty.
Yeah.
Well, man, it was great to have you speak at the Mastermind. You're getting out of town here shortly.
Yep.
I hope you have a great weekend. Enjoy it with your family. I appreciate you coming out, dropping a ton of knowledge on all these students here. And again, guys, how do they follow you? How do they get a hold of you?
So you can follow me at the Robert Coomer or get a hold of me 702-305-6384.
Guys, make sure you give us a 5-star review. Share this video with a friend. And if you need anything with mortgages, get a hold of this guy. He'll take good care of you. No matter if you're doing 1 loan, 2 loans, 3 loans, 100 loans, he's always treated everybody the same. So,
Yep. Thanks for having me on, Troy. I really appreciate it. Great event.
great event. I appreciate that too, man. Thanks. Did you ever want to invest in real estate? Did you ever want to live the life of your dreams? Did you want financial freedom? We have a free Facebook group, the Millionaire Mentorship Facebook group for real estate investing. Make sure you join. The link is in the description. If you want to schedule a free call with me and my team and you actually want to start, I would suggest you do so. We have helped hundreds of people change their lives, and all they had to do was get started. They booked a call with me and my team, and they got the ball rolling. And I'm so confident that if you don't get your first or next investment property within the first 90 days, you don't pay, and I'll give you $1,000 cash. That's how confident I am. Obviously, you got to take action. You can't just do nothing and expect that to happen, but that's life. Life's all about taking action.